So Dallas and I have started watching Rising of the Shield Hero, and we are loving it so far. And in the second episode, I think, we meet the character Raphtalia. The interactions between her and the Shield Hero got me thinking. See, while the Shield Hero was kind of harsh and kind of a jerk, it was also kind of sweet because he was pushing Raphtalia to grow into something that she could and needed to be. Today on Geek Devotions, we're going to discuss how we help other people grow. Hello and welcome to Geek Devotions, the show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. I'm Celeste, and we are so glad that you have hit play today. Do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But if you don't watch past this point, hey, you're loved, you're cared for. There is a plan and a purpose for your life. Like we said in the intro, while I don't think that Naofumi handled things the way he should have, he was a little too harsh. He was a little bit too much of letting his own hurts and insecurities and his general just jaded cynicism color his interactions with Raphtalia. But he really seems to care about her, and he pushes her to grow. There's a whole scene where she does not want to kill a specific monster because she doesn't want to hurt it, but it's a monster and it's going to hurt her if she doesn't hurt it. And he has this great speech where he tells her, I need you to help me to grow by growing, because we need to defend people from the things that are coming. See, the whole point of this is that it's an isekai where this guy gets brought into another world to help defeat the cataclysms that are coming, and they're terrible. They're going to kill innocent people, and so he has this very strict mindset of we have to get better so that we can protect people. Now, as Christians, while we may not have to deal with the cataclysms, and we definitely should be nicer about it than Naofumi is, we also need to push people to grow. We need to push people to be who they are supposed to be in God. And at the same time, when we push them, they need to push us so that we grow, so that we become who we are supposed to be. Hebrews puts it like this: and let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works. And Proverbs also says this: as iron sharpens iron, so another person sharpens another. These two verses are telling us that it is our responsibility to help others grow, just like it's others' responsibility to help you grow. This is part of what it is to be the body of Christ. Naofumi and Raphtalia had to rely on each other to grow, to be able to work together to defeat who they needed to defeat, to handle what they needed to handle. And there's a lot of other things happening in the show. There's reasons that Naofumi is so jaded, but ultimately they work together to gain experience points, to gain the things that they need to do the job that they were called to do, that Naofumi was brought there to do. And just like in Rising of the Shield Hero, we need each other to grow. And that's the base of it. That's the practicality of this, is finding someone to grow with who will challenge you to grow, who will go, you might be letting your insecurities get in the way. You might not be doing this because you want to. You might be letting fear stand in the way of doing what God's called you to do. Or it may just be hey, you might want to work on this. Wednesday night, I taught a lesson in youth, and I'm not a terribly experienced teacher, not when it comes to face-to-face. And so after the service on the way home, I asked Dallas, how do I improve? What could I do better? How was this? Did it make sense? We talked about it. At the same time, even though Dallas is a very experienced teacher, he teaches almost every Wednesday, he does the same thing. And I go, well, you could have done this better. This could have been said clearer. You should have not made that joke. Not that he says anything inappropriate. It's just sometimes, 12-year-olds go off and giggle and it diverts from the lesson. But the point is that we have to have community. We have to have true community to be able to do the things that God's called us to do. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much for checking out the devotion today. Don't forget to check out all the podcasts. The website has it all. Also, big shout out to all of our patrons who, for as little as $1 a month, help support Geek Devotions and help us do what we do as well as we do it. We would not be able to have all this cool equipment if we didn't have our amazing patrons. Well, and now what time it is. It is time for the question of the week. Question of the week is this: have you watched Rising of the Shield Hero? It's like season 4 is about to drop and we just now jumped on the train. And let me tell you, we both love it. Dallas, for some reason, didn't think that I would be into it, and I very much am. And so it's just so good. I think we're only 5 episodes in, and we're so hooked and so invested in Naofumi and Raphtalia, especially Raphtalia. She's my favorite. Naofumi's kind of a jerk. Understandably so, but I prefer Raphtalia. Okay, guys. Well, with all that being said, stay devoted, peace, and love.